Imagine sleeping on the street outside a football stadium while strangers drop coins into your hands because they think you are a beggar. That was Alireza Beiranvand. 12 years later, he would stand face to face with Cristiano Ronaldo at the World Cup. He was born in 1992 into a family of nomadic shepherds in the mountains of western Iran. There were no football pitches. There was no electricity. As a boy, he played a local game that meant throwing heavy stones as far as he possibly could, and his right arm slowly turned into a weapon. But his father hated football. He called it a waste of a life. One day he found Alireza's homemade goalkeeper gloves, and he tore them to pieces. So Alireza made a choice that almost no kid would ever dare to make. He left. He ran away from home with nothing, to chase the one sport his own family had forbidden. He arrived in Tehran completely alone. He had no money, no house, and nowhere to sleep. For weeks he slept outside, sometimes in front of the football club, sometimes on the cold pavement. People walking past assumed he was homeless, and some of them handed him spare change. He took it because he genuinely had nothing. To survive, he worked every single job he could find. He washed cars in the freezing morning. He sewed clothes in a tiny factory. He made pizzas deep into the night. One owner let him sleep inside the shop after closing, and that hard floor was the safest bed he had. And every single day, no matter how tired he was, he still trained. That arm, the one built by throwing stones as a child, could now hurl a football 70 meters down the pitch. Coaches could not believe their eyes. A kid from nowhere, sleeping on the streets, throwing the ball further than most players could even kick it. Slowly, impossibly, he climbed. From the street to tiny clubs, all the way to Persepolis, the biggest team in the entire country. Then to the national team. Then to the #1 shirt. And in 2018, it finally happened. Iran against Portugal. World Cup group stage. The final minutes on the clock. A penalty is given to Portugal, and the man stepping up to take it is Cristiano Ronaldo. The boy who once begged for coins outside a stadium was now the only thing standing between Ronaldo and the goal. Ronaldo struck it low to the left. Beiranvand guessed. He threw himself across the goal, and he saved it. The stadium exploded. His teammates buried him under their bodies. A kid who used to sleep on the pavement had just denied one of the greatest players who ever lived. From a boy whose gloves were torn apart by his own father, to the goalkeeper who stared down Ronaldo on the biggest stage on earth. That is not just a football story. That is a miracle wearing a pair of gloves.